Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's fundamental to our very existence: natural resources. We'll explore what they are, why they're so crucial for our lives and our societies, and then take a closer look at one of the most vital resources of all: water. So, what exactly are resources? Think of them as anything that helps us meet our needs. This could be anything from human effort and technology to money. But today, our focus is on a special category: natural resources. Natural resources are the materials and substances we get directly from our planet. We're talking about things like land, the air we breathe, the water we drink, vast forests, valuable minerals buried deep underground, and all the energy sources that power our world, from the food we grow in our fields to the electricity that lights up our homes and the smartphones in our hands. Everything relies on these gifts from the earth. They are the bedrock of our agriculture, our industries, and our daily routines. Now, not all natural resources are the same. We can classify them into two main groups. First, we have renewable resources. These are the ones that can replenish themselves over time, as long as we use them wisely. Some are continuously available, like the powerful energy from the sun, the wind, the ocean tides, and the Earth's internal heat. The water cycle itself is a continuous resource. Others, like forests, crops, and fertile soil, are sustainable if we manage them properly. If we don't, even these can be depleted. On the other hand, we have non-renewable resources. As the name suggests, these are finite. Once we use them up, they're gone for good, or at least for millions of years. This category includes fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas, as well as mineral ores like iron and copper. This is why it's so important to use them efficiently and find sustainable alternatives. Let's zoom in on one of the most precious natural resources: water. It's essential for everything. We need it for drinking, for growing our food, for running our factories, and for maintaining the health of our planet's ecosystems. But have you ever wondered how water is always available? How it moves around the planet? That brings us to our next fascinating topic: the hydrological cycle. The hydrological cycle, more commonly known as the water cycle, is the amazing continuous journey that water takes on above and below the Earth's surface. It's a massive, planet-wide system that connects the atmosphere, the land, and all the bodies of water like rivers and oceans. This constant movement is what ensures that water is distributed across the globe, making it available for all living things. Without it, life as we know it simply wouldn't exist. Let's break down the key stages of this incredible cycle. It all starts with precipitation. This is when water falls from the clouds back to Earth. Depending on the temperature, it can be rain, snow, or even hail. Once the water reaches the ground, it can take a couple of different paths. Some of it flows over the surface of the land. This is called surface runoff. It gathers into small streams, which flow into larger rivers and eventually make their way back to lakes and oceans. But not all the water runs off. A significant portion seeps into the ground in a process called infiltration. This water becomes groundwater, slowly trickling down through soil and rock layers. It's stored in underground reservoirs called aquifers, which are a critical source of fresh water for many communities. So, how does the water get back into the atmosphere to start the cycle all over again? This happens through two main processes. The first is evaporation, where the sun's heat turns water from oceans, lakes, and rivers into a gas called water vapor, which rises into the air. The second is transpiration, which is basically plants sweating. They absorb water through their roots and then release water vapor into the air from their leaves. Finally, as this warm, moist water vapor rises, it cools down. This cooling causes the water vapor to turn back into tiny liquid water droplets, a process called condensation. These droplets gather together to form the clouds we see in the sky. When the droplets become heavy enough, they fall back to Earth as precipitation, and the entire cycle begins again. It's a perfect, continuous loop. Now, let's look at the hydrological cycle in the context of a specific region, like Pakistan. The country's rainfall can be quite irregular and often not enough to meet its needs. Also, groundwater isn't available everywhere. Because of this, the river systems, especially the mighty Indus River and its tributaries, become the most crucial and reliable source of water. This river system supports the vast majority of the country's agriculture and provides water for millions of people. So, to wrap things up, we've learned that natural resources are the foundation of human life and progress. And the hydrological cycle is the engine that drives the continuous availability of our most vital resource, water. Understanding how these systems work is the first step toward appreciating their importance and recognizing our responsibility to conserve and use them sustainably for generations to come. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more educational content. See you in the next one.